If you're an old head watching this, then let me get your mind right now. Gen Z do not care. They're gonna scam and they're gonna do it loud and proud.
So I can't be mad at you. Stack up then add it all. And I twirl every day like I'm sipping on alcohol.
Now, if you want to take the pulse of young people in the West, specifically America, then there is no better app to do that than with TikTok. Created in 2016 with one of the best algorithms in the game, TikTok has somehow fostered an environment of truthfulness and vulnerability with its audience. Back in the day, when there was only Facebook, social media users were super interested in appearing perfect. TikTokers nowadays, however, depend on the app to be a safe space, where folks can dance and share their stories. Whether it's stories about poverty, riches, employment, marriage, health, or finances, this app is extremely impressive in how diverse its content can get. Now, the footage on this app is as diverse as the Pacific, and deep in the depths of this electronic ocean, you'll find a tiny little community of ne'er-do-wells who are absolutely obsessed with scamming. Money? They got it. Methods? Here's the sauce. Arrests? They have footage of that too. Every aspect of the fraud lifestyle is well documented here, and if you'll like this video and subscribe to the channel, then we can go ahead and start this deep dive into the most transparent scammer community on the internet, Scamtok. Now, I've noticed that there are generally 3 reasons why folks tend to post to Scamtok. They're either scamming, recruiting, or stunting on their haters. And when they scam, I mean they scam. They scam the viewers, banks, stores. They scam everybody.
I knew it was fake. I knew it.
The most common scam they run is when they offer to cash flip. Flipping cash is the idea of handing your cash over to someone who will double or triple your money for a fee. Typically, the fraudster will advertise their service on a post. The viewer, if interested, will leave a comment on that video, and then the fraudster will direct that viewer to some other messaging app. This is where they'll ask for whatever they want. Bank account information, CashApp login, Zelle email, or phone number. Once the fraudster and the victim agree on how to send the money, which is usually through CashApp, the transaction will take place. The victim, the viewer who wanted their money flipped, is usually caught sending any dollar amount between $1 and $5,000 to this fraudster. Once the funds have been sent, the victim will likely never hear from the fraudster again.
I got scammed. At the same time, it was my mess up, but at the same time, like, people really be bumming. Like, this person got at least $200 to $300 out of me, y'all. And that was the last of my money.
At the end of the day, the fraudster just wanted some cash sent to their account. Once they get that cash, they have no incentive to keep reaching out. And if they do, it's usually just to get you to send more cash. The victim will just be stuck with empty pockets, texting someone who's leaving them unread. Unfortunately, this scam is awfully successful, even with all the warning posts about it.
Got these diamonds on my body. If you with it, then I'm about it. Don't care what these people hollering.
That's your fake twin.
But they don't just stop at scamming individual users. They'll scam anybody they want and film the process along the way. Take credit card skimmers, for example. These tend to have a huge presence on TikTok as they are a relatively simple scheme to run. If a fraudster wants bank information, then all they have to do is buy one of these card readers, install it at a public place, and watch as unsuspecting victims swipe their cards into these devices. The fraudster will duplicate the card number onto a piece of plastic that looks like a legit debit card, and then they'll have a regular old shopping spree on that victim's dime. But combine those scams with those credit card and check fraud scams of yesteryear, and you'll find that these kids just don't give a damn. I already have videos up on how these credit card scams work and how these check scams happen, so check those out later. But what's totally shocking about all of this is the fact that these kids will really sit here and film themselves doing the act. There's no sense of criminal privacy, no shame, they just film and post for clout. There doesn't seem to be a single TikToker here who's leading the charge. No, instead, it's just a bunch of small accounts, so from what I know, there's no one person to really call out per se. This part of TikTok is really just more of a culture, a vibe, and you're either with it or you're not. If you're not a scammer, but you want to know the sauce, then Scamtock is one of those places where you can look but don't touch. Don't click on any links, don't go to anybody's Telegram account, don't follow any of their instructions, don't leave any comments. In fact, if you want to leave a comment, just leave one under this video in the comment section. Don't set yourself up for that mess over there. But if you are a scammer, then Scamtock must feel like a home away from home. If you're a scammer, then this is probably exactly where you want to be, since this is where a lot of connections are made. Which brings us to the second reason Scamtock is so popular. It's where they go to recruit. Yes, recruit, like how a coach looks for a ball player. When a group of scammers come together, big licks get hit. It's no longer just one scammer trying to squeeze some extra money off of a couple fraudulent checking accounts. When more than one scammer is in the room, they unlock the ability to scam bigger targets in more places. Social media like Scamtock on TikTok will often help facilitate these schemes. Take Bruno and Zidane's arrest, for example. Bruno Nyanu was found snooping around a post office box when police pulled up on him. But before they could rattle off any questions, Bruno hopped in his car and took them on a police chase that ended in a crash. Once police saw the inside of the car, they found over 600 stolen checks, gift cards, and credit cards. Upon further investigation, police found that Bruno, along with Zidane Gallimore, were just a small part of a larger fraud ring that would alter checks for their own profit. The fraudsters would steal checks out of the mail, erase and replace the names, dollar amounts, and account numbers using acetone, and then deposit those checks into their accounts. This scheme was ultimately 90 people deep, with activities spanning across the state of Pennsylvania. But this fraud ring wouldn't have been so successful in stealing nearly $1 million if they never ran these types of low-budget cash-for-check ads. They scam, they recruit, but most of all, they stunt on you. Money, diamonds, cars, money, shoes, phones, money, clothes. Did I say money? They show you everything you can get from scheming and scamming, not to encourage you, but to show off their ill-begotten wealth. Now these guys will show off these riches almost as a way of saying, I ain't scared, or look at me now. But they're very careful to not actually insinuate that they got the money from scamming itself. TikTok will take down your account and remove your hashtag if they think that you're encouraging illegal activity on their platform. So instead of outright discussing the activity like they used to do a few months ago, they simply caption their videos #Scamtock to imply that they've gamed the system. Now the way these folks use the algorithm, hashtags, and imagery to their advantage can be truly impressive. At the core of the activity are young men and women who have creative solutions to help them get what they want, and they have the leadership and execution skills to get it done. But because they're not using their powers for good, the odds are high that they'll be arrested and spend approximately 1 to 3 years in prison or jail for their shenanigans. Which is truly a shame, but what can you do? Everybody is responsible for their own decisions. Now, if you like this video and want to hear more fraud news and analysis, then go ahead and press that like button and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, stay out of trouble.